Jesus. It is Monday, September the 22nd, 2025. And if you're an NFL kicker, you had a really bad day yesterday, but make your day better today by doing us a favor, kicking back, relax, because episode number 64 of 609 Sports Talk, it begins right now. Yes. Welcome back, everybody, to 609 Sports Talk, live here on Facebook, over on YouTube, and of course, every Wednesday, Spotify. They drop over there every Wednesday morning. So if you can't catch us live on Mondays, we are right over there. Do us a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit all those good buttons. That'll help support the channel here. So we appreciate all the love and support. Of course, we are the show that unites fans and ignites debate. And oh boy, do we have a show for you tonight. As always, Sam Nelson, Tyler Adams. Tyler, how are we doing tonight?
You know, today was another great, victorious Monday. We've been enjoying this ever since they won the Super Bowl last year. It's
We've
not
been enjoying this
time soon.
We've been enjoying this in 19 out of the last 20 games they played.
We might get to enjoy it for 365 days in a row.
You calling your shot there?
No, I don't believe that.
No, we're not that arrogant. According to Mr. Eric Dickerson, we're arrogant fans, but we're not that arrogant. At least I don't got to share my my stadium with another team. But anyway. All right, Tyler. So, look, let's get into the show. First up on the docket tonight, we had a game yesterday. It was a doozy. Of course, we know the Rams came out. They were all over. Their defensive front was dominant. Lane Johnson left the game in the first quarter, only about 10 snaps in with a stinger. Luckily, it looks like he's going to be okay for Sunday. But the Rams, they came out firing. Matthew Stafford threw a couple touchdown passes, one, of course, to Davante Adams. The Rams defense was stifling the Eagles, who had no pass game in the first half. They had -1 passing yards heading into halftime. Then, of course, Jalen Hurts had the strip sack fumble early third quarter. Matt Pryor stinks. We know that much. And then, of course, that propelled the Rams to take a 26-7 lead. And then you're thinking, okay, the Rams easily won, and their kicker came in. He made all his field goals. And their defense just was shut down the rest of the game. Wait a second. None of that happened. Because in the second half of this football game, the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions came alive, woke up, and remembered that they have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith on their team. After falling down 26-7, which I was told from Colin Cowherd that he doesn't believe the Eagles could ever come back in a game like that because they're not built to. The Eagles score counted 26 unanswered points, including 3 passing touchdowns from Jalen Hurts, who, by the way, in the second half of yesterday's game, was 17 of 24 for 209 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. Of course, one of each going to his top 3. AJ, who ended with 6 catches for 109 yards. Devontae, and of course, the 33-yarder to Dallas Goedert that got things going, including the game winner with 1:48 to go in the game to Devontae Smith, who, by the way, caught that ball out of the slot. You're welcome, Kevin Patullo. You must watch my show because I told you they should have been doing this with Devontae Smith for months. And then the Rams, giving them respect, As great as a defense that the Eagles have with Vic Fangio, the Rams have proven that they have given him a little bit of a difficulty. Even in the game in LA when we blew them out, they still moved the ball well.
Yep.
So, credit Sean McVay, great offensive coach. Rams are one of the better teams in the NFC. They are loaded from top to bottom. Top 10 quarterback in the league, whether his health or his age is dependent on that, I don't know. But easily one of the top 5 wide receiver duos in the league. No question. Kyron Williams, who's had a little bit of a ball security issue against the Eagles, solid game. 94 yards on the ground yesterday. Rams came to play. They move right down the field. And then, as they are preparing for the game-winning 44-yard field goal, here comes the two-headed monsters from Georgia. And unlike Joel Embiid, they know how to get a block when you need it the most.
Can't argue with that.
Jordan Davis blocks the game-winning kick and sends the whole city of Philadelphia in a frenzy. Tyler, I don't need to ask how you're feeling. I know how you're feeling. What was the biggest key to yesterday's come-from-behind victory?
The biggest key, that's hard to pinpoint. There are so many different areas to that game to where it turned around. You talk about the tale of two halves. I mean, everyone's waiting to come out of halftime. All right, you're getting the ball back. Time to respond, stop the bleeding. I'll be honest, I thought the game was over after the strip sack. I was like, all right, they didn't figure nothing out at halftime. It's over. The one thing that the biggest key is the defense. I will say, above everything that happened yesterday, the defense was the main key. Vic Fangio's unit, while they did allow Stafford and the offense to move down the field, they did not break. They made them take, 4 field goals?
Something of that nature.
Something like that. 4 field goals. Yeah. No, they kicked 6 field goals, made 4. The last 2 were blocked. And just imagine if, those weren't field goals and those were converted touchdowns. The game would have been over before halftime.
Oh, without a doubt.
But they go in to the half with a manageable game. It was 19-7 going into the half. The last points that the Rams saw were off of the strip sack and the good field positioning. From there, something just clicked. Not something. Kevin Patullo and Nick Sirianni recognized, wow, we actually have a top 5 quarterback in the league. We have one of the top 3 receiving duos in the league. Maybe we should start unloading the ball down the field. And we saw Jalen Hurts, after all the criticism he had through the first 2 weeks, passing numbers were low. What's going on? The offense is stagnant. When they needed him the most, he was there. He outperformed Matthew Stafford yesterday by a long shot. Only had the 1 turnover, but he got blasted because Matt Pryor, they thought, was a capable backup right tackle. We saw how quickly that went. Aside from that, Mr. A.J. Brown, everyone wanted to, talk trash. Oh, there's more issues between A.J. and Jalen. All the bull crap that, all the media spins off. When you need him, he's there. And 6 catches, 109 yards, 1 touchdown. I mean, he converted a handful of third downs on that last drive when they moved down the field to take the lead. If it wasn't for him, they probably don't convert. We probably see a turnover on downs, and the game's over.
But we did see a turnover on downs at midfield during the point of this comeback.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, I don't know if they're going to have enough time for this. Because, when you're down 26-7, every possession is crucial.
Oh, yeah.
This is not a 1-score game. This is not a 2-score game. This is a 4-possession game almost. barring 2-point convergence and all that. You have
Yeah.
to make every yard that count for that. But before I get into my takes on this whole thing, the comments have exploded early on in the show. Let's get back into it. First of all, what's up, Carol? She is enjoying another Victory Monday. Anthony is very caring about his fantasy team right now, so he told us to keep it up. Fair enough. Oh, Kara, it was. You think you were getting upset? You should have saw me. I was about to freaking flip. I was about to flip something, literally.
And probably didn't sit down the whole game.
Second half was a whole different animal. Whole different story. What's up, Kay?
What's up, Kay?
Carol then said that we came out. Oh, we came out. Carol, we didn't come out running. We came out throwing. We came out, and then even with before the pass game really got started, they threw another check down to Saquon, and the fan base still wanted nothing. It's like, dude, stop,
because we don't want any pass. Okay, we don't want a 2-yard check down. We want to see the ball thrown past the sticks. All right, give us something.
That drives me nuts. If you are an NFL offensive coordinator or an NFL head coach, if you have plays in your playbook that start with a pass behind the line of scrimmage or pass plays that go short of the sticks ever, barring it's third in a country mile because of penalties, that's understandable. But if you have any pass plays in today's NFL that are behind the line of scrimmage or behind the sticks, you should be fired. We're not here to play check down Charlie. There's a whole different NFL that we're in now. I despise them. I don't mind running back screens behind the line. What I'm getting real sick and tired of is the freaking bubble screen that we run. Just we can't run that to save our lives. AJ and Devontae and Jahan Dotson cannot block. I love all three of them. They can't block to save their lives.
No.
But real quickly, let me run through these comments real quick. Anthony, of course, saying Jalen Hurts was the difference throwing the football. Rams' focus was on Barkley, which I believe that's been the focus on the first 3 games of the season. And Jordan Davis is probably still running somewhere.
Oh, yeah. He's still running.
He's moving. Anthony says, sir, it's 1 game. Let's see next week. Oh, okay. No, Anthony. No, it's not 1 game. Because I have to hear about this every week. What's up?
I said, go on.
No, it's not 1 week.
All you got to say? Speak your mind, say.
It's not 1 week. Because I have to hear this every single week. Because I got to hear about the tush push this and Barkley this. No, because guess what? What my quarterback just did yesterday is something that the best quarterbacks in football do. I was told by so-called experts that A.J. Brown should be traded because the Eagles' offense doesn't operate that way. I was told by certain experts that if the Eagles fall behind a game by double digits, and I'm talking 15 plus, not 10. You can get that's nothing. I was told by experts that the Eagles aren't designed to come back in a game like this. And guess what happened yesterday? 1 touchdown, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns later. Guess who won the football game?
I gotta say, Sam, before you go any further, Anthony he wasn't talking about Hurts. So we're good. We're good. He wasn't coming after Hurts. But still, I'll defend A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown is an elite wide receiver. Just because he had a couple of down weeks where he didn't do much, the one thing I will say about A.J., sometimes he can get a little frustrated. He's a team player. He knows the role that he plays. If teams are putting focus on him to take him out the game, that means other things are opening up. And guess what? When they take the focus to other people, like the Rams really locked in on Saquon yesterday. They said, hey, you beat us twice with Saquon rushing for over $150 on us. It's not happening again. They stopped him. They just forgot that, there's a whole other passing offense around them. And yeah,
This
Orlando,
comment says it all.
100% agree. I mean, what other quarterback has won in some of the biggest games aside from Patrick Mahomes in recent years? Josh Allen? Oh, wait, nope. Lamar Jackson? Oh, wait, nope. Justin Herbert? Oh, wait, nope. Joe Burrow? Years ago.
Yeah, tell Joe Burrow to stay on the field for more than 3 months. Why don't you? This is what I always say to people. My quarterback wins, yours doesn't. I don't care what the numbers say. Because what you saw yesterday is what we know Jalen Hurts can do ever since 2022. Now, don't get me wrong, 2021, they had, and this is to me, from what I saw last week, I finally cracked the code on what happened with this passing offense over the past 2.5 years. I wouldn't say all of 2023, because I know people like to criticize Brian Johnson. I know people couldn't stand him here. I couldn't either. Their passing offense was never that bad, like we saw in the first half on Sunday. Brian Johnson's passing offense, because Anthony's reverting it back to AJ. AJ Brown had a run in 2023 for about 3 months where he was better than Jamar Chase.
Oh, yeah. He had
Yes,
100
I
yard
said
game
that.
after 100-yard game.
No, I'm not saying in total he's better than Jamar Chase, but for about a 2-month span in 2023, he was better than Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. And secondly, he is in their class still. He doesn't have the offense catered to him like those two. Which is another thing I'm really getting sick and tired of. You're telling me that Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson don't get mad when the football isn't thrown to them?
Oh, yeah. They definitely do.
And then, I'm so sick of Colin Cowherd talking about the wide receiver position. It's a diva position. Oh, they need the ball. Their egos need to be fed. Well, Colin, last time I checked, to win football games and to win Super Bowls, you need pretty good wide receivers. Oh, Brady didn't. You had Julian Edelman, dude. You had Gronk. You had good pass catchers. Like, knock it off with all that. But all season, all we've had to hear about is, can the Eagles win football games trailing big? And they did. You want to get into a defensive battle with the Eagles? You're going to lose. You're going to be up big on the Eagles like yesterday? Guess what? You're still probably going to lose. And you're not going to get into a running competition with the Eagles because they'll blow you out of the building within the first 3 quarters of the game. All the thing was what we found out yesterday is what we have finally figured out what's been going on for the past 2.5 years. They saw Jalen Hurts throw 15 interceptions in 2023, and they have been concerned about that. And that is why they've had this training wheel type persona with him with the passing offense. However, the only way, because guess what? Do you know why Kellen Moore he was able to get the passing offense in a rhythm last year, even though there were games where it seemed stagnant, which, once again, guys, this happened last year. And don't tell me this was happening in the middle of the win streak. I remember the Panthers game. That everybody wouldn't shut up about that. Then they came out against the Steelers and they threw the football all over the field and they dominated. Last year was all about Saquon Barkley. The league did not realize. I think the league knew how good Saquon Barkley was, but you saw last year what a good player can become when he has a great team. Saquon Barkley had the worst offensive line in football he was running behind and was still managing, when he was healthy, 1,000-yard seasons.
Yep.
You put him behind that offensive line last year, you just struck fear into the entire league last year, and the league was caught off guard by it. So every team was focused on, we cannot let 26 beat us, which by time that was figured out, the Eagles were 2 wins away from a championship, and it was too late. Now, Barkley is facing 10-man boxes. They are stacking that box. I literally saw a play yesterday, Tyler. I don't know if you saw it. The Rams had their 4 defensive linemen, and then they had 4 players lined up directly behind them. They had 2 linebackers, a nickel corner, and a safety lined up in the exact. Here's the defensive line. Here's the second wall. They are literally going to put a wall up against Saquon Barkley every time. But notice when Barkley had some of his better runs yesterday, it's when you start throwing the football down the field.
Yeah, because once you start getting even just a couple completions, they got to start lightening up and actually dropping into coverage rather than just stacking the box to stop the run.
Yes.
One of the announcers during the game yesterday made a really good point. He said there's this big misconception about how running the football well early opens up the pass game. Well, establishing a consistent pass game early opens up the run game because your defense that you're playing is just going to cater to whatever you're doing more. You're running the ball the whole game, stack the box, make them throw it. Throwing the ball the whole game, okay, we're going to drop back into coverage, run the football. You have to have a good balance. We're not going to see any games this year where I think Saquon runs for like 200 yards. Maybe one. Maybe a couple games over 150. But we're not going to see like week after week 100-yard, 150 yards.
No.
But we're going to need them to trust this passing offense, trust Jalen Hurts, and just draw up plays to get the ball to these playmakers. A.J. Brown, how many yards after the catch did he have? All the routes he was killing them on, they were all comeback routes. Come back to the football, catch, make the first defender miss, first down.
You know, I was starting to realize that yesterday during the game. The Rams have one of the scariest front sevens in football, to where now it looks like their third best pass rusher is a rookie in Josiah Stewart, the kid from Michigan. And that's coming on a team with Jared Verse, Byron Young, Brandon Fisk, Kobe Turner. These guys just get after the quarterback, man. Like, they will send pressure from you from every which way. But what I also learned yesterday about the Rams, they have got some real bad corners. Their poor corners were hanging on AJ's back. Poor Emmanuel Forbes may retire by age 25, by age 30.
Man, he left the division and he still got to see AJ.
And the touchdown AJ called, shout out to, I don't know if that was Forbes or not, shout out to whoever that was for flopping. I mean, AJ didn't even extend his arm. And the dude flew back 5 yards into the back of the end zone. So, but no, and credit Kevin Patullo, which, by the way, I got a bone to pick. Hugh Douglas is the prime example of why you should not just give any ex-athlete a microphone. Well, first of all, he does the midday show on WIP with Joe Giglio, so he's probably lost about 20 brain cells working with him. So Hugh goes on today and says, don't give me any hypotheticals. Don't give me the myths that you think that you're creating. There is no way Kevin Patullo was calling plays in the second half. Well, Hugh, didn't you just do that? This is what I can't see, and this is what I can't stand about the media in the city of Philadelphia. Instead of giving some guys credit, they need to say, oh, there's no way this happened. Well, how do you know, Hugh? Hugh was like, well, I was in the locker room. I've been in the locker room at half times during games. Okay, Hugh, that was 20 years ago, and the last time I saw you in a locker room, you were shadowboxing T.O., so calm down. How do you know he didn't make adjustments? Because it looked like he did to me. And per my head coach, he called the entire game. Because I think what we forget also is before he was the offensive coordinator, he was the passing game coordinator.
Yeah.
So Hugh's trying to tell us don't come up with any myths or hypothetical scenarios where you think he was calling plays, but you're just assuming that your hypothetical situation is right. So in your eyes, you're right, we're wrong. Okay, that's how that goes, Hugh. I get you, Hugh. Maybe you should maybe you should try to work with somebody besides Joe Giglio. The negativity's starting to run off. Soon you'll be supporting Gabe Kapler, who hasn't managed a baseball team in 5 years.
No.
But because Joe loved him so much, he still gets talked about. Ryan, what's up, buddy? Are you recovered from yesterday?
I don't know if any of us are recovered yet.
I don't think anybody will be. That was a heck of a game. And once again, it's another close one possession game. This is, again, I said this last week. We are going to get the best from every single one of these teams. So,
Hey, what's up, Aiden?
What's up, Aiden? Well, this is once again, when you play these teams, first of all, do we not believe the Rams are I think the Rams are one of the 4 best teams in the NFC.
Oh, yeah. The Rams, they may have lost. They are still one of the top teams in the NFC this year. One team that I lost a little bit of respect for was the Packers.
Oh, we'll get to them in a minute.
We'll get to that, but I'm off the Packers boat.
I'm not completely
yesterday with the Rams. Even if I was full on expecting field goal, Rams win the game by 2 points. I was prepared for it. And if that was the case, they still had a great comeback. They didn't lay down and take the beating. They fought. But we just so happen to have now we can say one of the most athletic defensive tackles in the league, Jordan Davis. He used to be
because we also had that coming into the league.
And now he's an athletic mauler.
All right, so Ryan asked us, why do the Birds always wait till the second half when we're down by a bunch or in desperate situations to force the pass down the field? Ryan, here's how I look at it, right? They were so keen on last season with the way they ran the football, and this year it still worked. Yeah, Barkley, the first 2 games of the year, he wasn't overly losing his mind and going crazy, but he had 80 yards against Dallas, I think, and he still had like 70 against the Chiefs. What they've been trying to do is still go back to their formula last year. Excuse me. They want to score enough points, play good defense, and not turn the football over. That is the reason the Eagles have had such a successful stretch over these past 2 years. They win the turnover battle week in and week out. That's how they win the football game. But that doesn't mean you can't be afraid to throw the football. And that is why I think we have seen this over the past 2 years. They saw what happened with Jalen in 2023. Because remember what 2023 was. What were the fan bases yelling? Where's DeAndre Swift? DeAndre Swift was a Pro Bowler in 2023 behind that O-line. And people were clamoring, where is he? Now, Saquon Barkley is clearly a better running back than DeAndre Swift. There's no reason to debate that. But they don't want to lose the turnover battle. But here's the difference now. When the Eagles would turn the football over in 2023, they didn't have Vic Fangio. They had Sean Desai and Matt Patricia. If the Eagles turn the football over one time in opposing territory, there ain't nothing saying that Vic Fangio's unit won't go and get it right back.
Yeah.
You have to have trust in your entire team. And if they want to continue this winning, they have to throw the football more. And Ryan, I don't know why it takes them till the second half to figure it out. But you know what? I'm glad Kevin Patullo and Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts all figured it out. Because you saw Jalen on that sideline. They scored. He said, let's go. Jalen wants to throw the football.
Yep. So I have a theory on why they wait so long to pass the ball when they really need to. They like to control the game, and they like to control the time management. Running the football allows you to do that. Passing the football,
time possession last week.
Yeah, passing the football, it's a good way to get quick yards and get quick points, but it leaves a lot of time left in the game for the other team to respond. So it's a part of their week-to-week game plan. They're always going to try and run the football as much as they can to take as much time off the clock as possible. And unfortunately, they've been in some close situations through these first 3 weeks to where it got to a certain point in the game where you had to pass the football and have success doing it.
Yeah, because here's the thing, right? you're not going to win yesterday by continuing to try to run the football and throw checkdowns.
Yeah.
Look at the first one.
Yeah,
Look
the
at the first one.
checkdowns, don't agree with.
No. Like, they work sometimes, but you can't just, that can't be your whole passing offense.
Yeah.
Like, but look at the first touchdown. When they got a first down at one point. Next play, 30-yard pass to AJ Brown. Next play, 33-yard Dallas Goedert touchdown. 2 plays, you score points. That's what you have to do. You have to score quick
Yep.
sometimes to keep that momentum. And they also went a lot of up tempo yesterday.
Yeah, because the time was against them. They had to. When you're down by like 4 possessions in the second half of the game, you got to move.
But not only that, it was like, as good as that front seven is in LA, they got tired because of that up tempo stuff.
You saw it. They got extremely tired out.
And
That's
so
when I
Ryan
saw
says
the table start to turn. When they started getting tired and you saw them, they were stepping back a notch. They weren't getting the pressure as quick. They weren't able to stop the run. And I was like, all right, they might have them where they want them.
Yeah. I knew something was up on the first touchdown. I'm like, okay, now we got a game here. And it lit a spark under the entire stadium. The crowd got back into it. Of course, the first completion to A.J. Brown, we got a freaking sarcastic cheer, even though, once again, the first catch he had was an 8-yard comeback, which I freaking hate. So, and now Ryan says here that Hurts needs to start doing it from the start, even if it's mostly a run game. Include downfield passes in between. Stop the only 5-yard passes. Not saying it has to be pass, last pass, but definitely include some 20 or 30-yard passes. I agree. And Ryan, that's the thing. The other thing I don't like about this offense sometimes, and this has been since Nick came here, I don't like how late in the clock they get in formation. There are times where they do not get into formation until there's 8 seconds on the play clock. And then if there is a disguise coming, a blitz, a coverage that's going to get switched late, Jalen doesn't have time to recognize it because it's either he has to hike the football or he's going to get called for delay a game. Now, I don't know if that's on Nick. I don't know if that's on Jalen. I'm not trying to blame anybody, but you got to get set quicker so you can recognize what's going on. Because the two things I cannot stand about this and also, Ryan, another thing I will say about the first 2 weeks with the passing offense, I don't know if you guys look at this stuff. Some of the route concepts they have these guys running is ridiculous. When Steve Spagnuolo is sending an all-out blitz at you, you can't run go routes. Because for go routes to be successful, you need time to throw. Jalen's getting blitzed by 7 guys with 5 blockers. Someone's going to get to him eventually. So, I mean, I wish this passing offense would A, start getting the football down the field, and B, please start utilizing the middle of the field more.
Can we get some slants, please?
Oh my God. AJ Brown lived off of slants for 2 years here. His best career years in Philly were in Philly because of slants. But no, yesterday was the proven that no matter what you do, you could put this team down by 20 plus points. It doesn't matter. They're going to find a way to win the football game. They are 3-0 for the 3rd time in the past 4 years. And the quarterback just led you to one of the biggest comebacks that he has had to come from behind in his whole career. He threw for all 3 of the touchdowns. He threw the game winner with 1:48 to go. What else do you want to talk about?
I don't know. What else is there to talk about?
Well, we could talk about big boy.
Oh yeah. I mean, player of the game right there.
That's your player of the game?
Defensive wise, that's my player of the game. Offensive wise, Jalen Hurts my player of the game.
I'm not in agreement with you on either of those, actually. Well, I'm in agreement with you on Jordan Davis.
Well, yeah, Jordan, how can you deny it?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I mean, the biggest play of the game.
Let me see if I have my numbers still from yesterday about Jordan Davis. Un momento, please. Where are we at here? There's so many bookmarks that I have from yesterday. All
I
right, here
will
we go.
say there is a little bit of ugly that we still have to talk about with the Eagles defense.
There's one ugly thing, and it was ignored in the offseason. That's what the ugly is.
The piece of burnt toast that plays cornerback too.
He wasn't terrible yesterday.
Sam, I think 11 catches for 112 yards says differently.
Tyler, 6 of those catches were on the final drive, and there was Jacorian Bennett covering him.
Was it 6 of them on the final drive?
I
I thought it was like 3 of them.
It doesn't matter. The guy still wasn't covering him the whole game.
He wasn't on him the whole game.
Yeah. But hold on. You just said that he wasn't on the whole game, but you just read off Puka's stat line like he was.
It's a combination of both of them. I don't like either.
He got hurt and left the game halfway through.
He still did not have a good game. Neither of them did.
Who is gonna have a good game against both of those guys? That is the best why. First of all, give the Rams credit. Do you know how hard it is to have a guy like Puka Nacua and bring in Davante Adams and make sure that they coexist? Give the Rams credit for that. Who is going to have success against those two consistently in a game? Oh, wait.
Oh. Cooper DeJean.
Well, if Cooper would cover them, he would. That was driving me nuts yesterday. I'm watching that whole last drive. I said, dude, if you don't put Cooper DeJean on the outside on this final drive, you're going to lose a football game. They went after Jacorian Bennett every single play. They did not throw to Quinyon Mitchell one time in that freaking last drive. But Tyler, this is the point I'm trying to make here. I understand Adoree Jackson is not that good. I'm agreeing with you. I'm not trying to argue that with you. He was not as bad that. Here's the thing. He has actually gotten a little bit better each week since week 1. The problem is, though, this is why the Rams signed Davante Adams, Tyler, because you have 2 number 1 wide receivers, just like the Eagles. How are you supposed to expect a cornerback 2 to cover one of these guys? It's virtually impossible. That is the point of having these guys.
Figure it out.
Okay. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I could have figured it out for you back in March. It's called give Isaiah Rodgers $7 million a year.
Yeah, maybe he gets an interception yesterday.
And look, Howie Roseman is the best GM in the sport, but it's okay to still be critical of some of the mistakes. There was a mistake. You should have brought it back. I don't care about your stupid comp pick when you have Adoree Jackson playing meaningful football for you. I don't care about your comp picks. You got comp picks all over the place. Who cares? You can afford to lose one. Now, I'll tell you right now, next we're talking all season, I need a new CB2 on this team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mike, they are a good team. We've been saying that for the past, 38 minutes we've been talking. They are a good team. They literally came that close. And as Brittany just said this year, they literally were the only team that gave us a competition last year in the playoffs.
Yeah. That was a close game. They almost lost.
They were literally a throw away from possibly playing in the Super Bowl last year. They're going to be a problem all year. They've got Matthew Stafford. They have one of the best wide receiver duos in the league. And they've got a front 7 that can get after the quarterback. And I apologize. But again, let me rephrase. Aiden was right. They literally almost took them out in the divisional round. If Jalen Carter doesn't have those plays last year, we don't know what happens.
Yeah.
So then Ryan comes on here and says, imagine if Hurts averaged right around the yards per game he got last night, 15 per game per season, 20 to 25 throws. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. It's they will figure this out with the passing offense. They're not going to come out next. First of all, they go down to Tampa Bay and start freaking running the football again, like 12 times a game against Todd Bowles. Which, by the way, can we stop being afraid of Todd Bowles? Todd Bowles has done nothing. Don't get me wrong. Todd Bowles has been good at Tampa Bay. I'm getting real sick and tired of losing to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm getting real sick and tired of these guys.
Good team. Hopefully this year is the year they can avenge.
Oh, yeah. And, Ryan, that's the thing. Because, look, if you get the run game going early, then you're able to take the top off of defense. But then also, if you start off with some good 10-yard throws here and there, then they're going to you're putting fear in them, saying they're going to throw the ball downfield. Now Saquon Barkley has that time. They'll have those open chances for him. Like, I don't know about 15 wins now. We still got a lot of football left to play. But
there is, but hey, if they're going to play as competitive as they have so far, I mean, through the first 3 games, they haven't played any slouches.
They're not going to play any slouches all year.
Exactly.
I have been saying this since the beginning. I said it last week when Brian was freaking out about the offense. They are going to get every good team's best effort. Every game they play this year, they are going to get a team's best. The worst team that they play this year is the Giants. Sorry. But that is the only games that you may be able to have some comfortable cushions against this. However, this is what good teams do. Good teams win close football games no matter what. But now, Tyler, let's go back to what we were talking about with Jordan Davis. Let me go find my numbers from yesterday because I kind of got screwed up on Twitter and I lost them. So I got to go find them again. All right, Jordan Davis. Where is it? There it is. Jordan Davis yesterday. He had 1 turnover on downs, which was the run stop against Kyron Williams. He had 2 blocked field goals. He had the return touchdown. He had 5 total tackles. He had a sack, a quarterback hit, and a tackle for loss. And Tyler, this is coming to the eyes of 2 individuals who we've been doing this show now for 5 years, give or take, all the time in between. But we've been doing this for a while now.
Yeah.
What did we say to people every week for the past year at least? What were we getting sick and tired of?
Sick and tired of people saying that Jordan Davis is a bust and not understanding his impact to the team.
Yes. We were sick and tired of explaining to people what Jordan Davis's role on this team was. He was the big run-stopping defensive tackle. If you notice a lot of the Rams' best runs came outside of the guards' right and left sides because they cannot run up the middle because there is a giant brick wall of Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis in front of them. And now that Jordan Davis this is the best I've ever seen Jordan Davis. This is the best shape of his life.
Yeah. That was his goal coming into the season.
Aiden, my response to that, I thought Jalen Carter was actually absolutely stupid.
Yeah, that's putting it nicely.
I'm going to keep it blunt and simple. I thought stupid decision.
Him taking himself out of the game was terrible. Now, Jalen Carter, he hasn't sucked.
No.
And I don't think he meant it like that. But yeah, week 1, didn't get to play. Took himself out of the game. That did suck. But, it was his own doing. Week 2, you immediately saw the difference. The Chiefs couldn't run the football. Trust me, if Jalen Carter missed week 2, they were going to be running the football right up the middle. Just like the Cowboys did.
And it's not even like, don't get me wrong. I don't know if because I know Jalen Carter missed a little bit of time early in the summer with a shoulder. He has been like flexing out his right arm a lot over the past couple weeks. I don't know if he's if he's still trying to like get into his best conditioning for the season. I don't know what it is, but he hasn't looked like how he did late in last year yet. I'm not worried about it because guess what? Was the stat line great over the past 2 weeks? No, but you are seeing the impact he has on these games. Look what happened last week with Zadarius Smith and Andrew Makuba coming off of a blitz and Moro Ajomo getting a sack. That is created because Jalen Carter commands a double team almost every single time he's on the football field. And now, another thing that have you noticed what Fangio's been doing? They're not taking Jordan Davis off of the field now. Jalen Carter is lining up on the edge sometimes now. Vic is throwing some new looks in with Jalen Carter. And once again, Ada was bringing up what happened week 1. He did it again yesterday.
Yep. As they were coming off the field, did it again.
And he gets called for the stupid taunting penalty, which I still think is stupid. I hated it when it happened with Nolan Smith week 1. I hated it with Puka Nacua yesterday.
I did too, but I was at least glad to see that the NFL referees were keeping the same energy. That's I'm fine. I don't agree with either of them. I think it's a stupid thing. I think it's a bad look for penalizing that kind of stuff. Like, come on. It's football.
Yeah.
I get it. There's some taunts that you can't allow. But come on, man. If you have a big play and you flex on somebody, what's the big deal?
Yeah, like...
Because you're not allowed to taunt towards another player. Really?
And honestly, Aiden probably just made the best point of the whole situation. Jalen Carter's a great player. He just needs to stop acting like a freaking... like he's back in high school.
Yep.
Jalen Carter walks on the football field, and almost every time he's the best player on it. I just hope this is where this stuff ends with him, because he's a great player when he's on the football field and he's going right. But now what I will say, though, nobody is a lot of guys take till the latter half of the year to get in their best shape. I don't think Jalen came out. I don't think Jalen's out of shape. I don't think he's overweight. I think he's just trying to get ready for the long run of the season. You still see the impact that he makes on a weekly basis.
Oh, yeah.
He opens up the game for all those guys. Davis, Ajomo, Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt, which, by the way, one of those two got to start getting to... Someone's got to get to the quarterback here.
Yeah.
I will say, though, I still love those two because, look, they're still young. We got 14 more weeks of this stuff. I am not coming out here and saying that there's a problem with the edge rushers. You know why there's nothing wrong with them? Dude, they play the run so well.
Yep.
They are so good at run defending, those two. And that's hard to say because I used to have to watch guys like Hassan Reddick who couldn't tackle a running back if he was paid to do it. Yeah, it's just... And Mike said in the old days you would be benched. Yeah, Mike, in the old days, they allowed everything.
Yeah, there would have been nothing to penalize.
But it was funny, though, now. Did you notice when the Eagles all piled up into the back of the end zone celebrating with Jordan Davis? Did you see there was only one... Well, first of all, Cooper DeJean jumped in the stands. like a knucklehead. Did you see there was only one coach in that whole entire thing?
Who
do you think?
Clint Hurt.
Yep. This is what I love about Clint Hurt, dude. He loves his defensive linemen. Like, that's where you see what a coach and a player relationship have. Clint Hurt loves these guys, and he's probably had a lot to do with the development of Jordan Davis.
Oh, yeah.
He's had a lot to do with it. But also, if you notice, right, if you go and look at it real fast, Jarrett Verse was walked through the Eagles' freaking defensive lineman warm-ups. Jalen Carter went over to start talking to him, and Clint Hurt's like 5 feet from him.
Yeah.
He's like, don't you do it.
Get out of here.
He's like, don't you do it. Don't. So Clint Hurt has to basically not leave Jalen Carter's side the entire day when he gets to the link.
Mike, we are still here. It might be on your end. Might have to refresh the feed.
It also could be Tyler's camera, because sometimes his camera likes to freeze up for a second.
Oh, no, he said that we both were.
I have to say, yeah, I haven't had any issues with my camera yet at all. Ada wants to throw out how good Zach Bond was yesterday. Zach Bond's maybe the best middle linebacker in football right now.
Yeah, Zach Bond, it's hard to find a bad week. He always has an impact.
Well, do you want me to tell you some more stats about yesterday?
Let's hear it.
Zach Bond was the highest graded Eagle yesterday at 90.3 per PFF. He had a 90.1 coverage grade, highest on the team, 7 total tackles, 3 total stops, a pass breakup, and an interception. Through 3 weeks, the Eagles have 2 of the 10 of the two of the highest out of 10 when it comes to the highest graded running backs, linebackers. Jesus, I'm talking over myself now. Zach Bond is number 4 at 88.8. Jahad Campbell is 9 at 84.6. And then also, Jahad Campbell has allowed just 2 catches for 11 yards with a 56.3 passer rating when targeted. He's also PFF's 3rd highest graded linebacker in coverage through 3 games. So his overall grade is number 9 out of 10 out of the top 10, but in coverage, he's 3rd. Jahad Campbell's ridiculous. Okay, so Espo, I hope that's how I pronounce your name. First off, thank you for commenting. Appreciate the love and support. And I love your comment. You said, "Go Birds." Imagine having a quarterback that goes out of his way not to throw for 230 yards and 3 touchdowns in 1 half because he'd rather control time of possession and win games. Hurts is top 5, and this is a fact. Espo?
See, that's a great take on it. Like I said, they want to control the time of possession. Yeah, they could just go score like 48 points. They're probably also going to get that many points put back. Them holding the ball longer gives their defense more time to stay fresh.
Espo, thanks for the YouTube comment, man. Appreciate that. Please do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button, too. We're live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and we always talk Birds first. We're 2 big Eagle fans, so we give all the NFL their props. We give them their due diligence, but we talk Birds like it's nothing. So, Vespo, thanks for the comment, man. Appreciate that. But yeah, and here's the thing. You know what I consider top 5 quarterbacks in the league? Guys that find a way, like Orlando said earlier. I don't care if you throw 101 yards, 3 interceptions. Win the game.
Yep.
Win me football games. Put me in a position every single year to be a contender. All the Eagles have been with Jalen Hurts as contenders.
Yeah. Been to 2 Super Bowls.
And he's outplayed the best of his generation in both of those Super Bowls. I don't want to hear it. So, Ada, we know you're an Eagles fan. We know that.
That's no secret.
There is no secret to that, Aiden. We know this. But also, just think of this. There are 3 quarterbacks only to defeat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Joe Burrow, who I don't think is ever going to do it again.
He's never going to get back there again.
Yeah, exactly. Tom Brady. And Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has put himself in elite company. I don't care what the numbers say. Eli Manning is going to get into the Hall of Fame based off of 2 Super Bowl runs. Jalen Hurts has more Pro Bowl stuff and All-Pro stuff than he does.
And a better winning record. Let's not forget that. Mr. Eli finished at about 500, I think, for his career.
And not to mention his touchdown to interception ratio is atrocious.
Yeah.
So please, if you're going to talk about my quarterback, yes, I said that. He's my quarterback. Give him the respect he deserves.
Put
Because guess what?
on his name.
You know what Jalen Hurts has probably done? Beating your favorite quarterback.
Josh Allen.
Lamar Jackson. Joe Burrow.
Oh, yeah, Joe Burrow.
Patrick Mahomes. Yep. 3 straight times.
Yep.
Like Dak Prescott. Matthew Stafford.
All right, that's anyone's favorite quarterback, Dak Prescott? All right, Sam, I think we went too far.
Well, Cowboy fans still exist last time I checked.
Yeah, but Dak Prescott's not their favorite quarterback. They're probably still wishing they had, like, Aikman in there.
They take Romo right now.
Honestly.
So do you want to hear this crazy stat I found out?
What's that?
Sean McVay is now 1-6 against the Eagles in his career.
Wow.
He is 89-52 against all other opponents. Nick Sirianni is the first Eagles head coach to ever start 3-0 in 3 different seasons. He is the 4th best winning percentage in NFL history. And he is now 4-0 against McVay and the Rams, the most wins without a loss versus the same opponent since being hired. So not only can you please give some respect to my quarterback, can you please give my head coach some damn respect? Because all this guy does is win.
I mean,
when we were growing up, the Andy Reid era, we were still kids. We didn't get to enjoy that to the fullest of extents. But what you are seeing under Nick Sirianni and this Eagles team with Jalen Hurts is the best run of football that this organization's probably had ever. Andy's
goals.
Yeah.
1.
Andy only got us to 1.
Again.
Andy only got us to the 1. And we barely got back to anything after 2004. Yeah. Doug only got to the 1. Yes, he won it, but everything after that was pretty ugly.
Yep.
Mike said the name Hurts scares NFL teams.
And
really Espo came back on. And Espo said, I can only remember one instance that Jalen Hurts turnover cost us a chance to win a game, and that was against the Jets. Oh, yeah, and that game was bad to begin with.
Oh, that game was a trap. I remember that.
That was the biggest trap game I've ever seen. And Espo, once again, Espo, you're knocking this stuff out of the park tonight, man. Jalen played how the media says he can't all 2023, and it failed because the defense couldn't hold their weight. Time of possession is king, and not one quarterback in the league can do it better than Super Bowl 59 MVP. Espo, please try to tune into us every week because you're already like one of my favorite commenters. Don't take that and that's to everybody. Everybody who comments on these shows, we love every single one of you. Espo, you're knocking this out of the park, man. But it's true. Did I not say it the first 5 minutes of the show? Colin Cowherd literally just said last week he doesn't think the Eagles are built to win a game where they are trailing by at least 2 touchdowns. They were down 26-7, and in a blink of an eye, they scored 26 unanswered points. So I think the problem with 2023 is that Nick sees it, and they're like, okay, he threw 15 interceptions. We didn't balance the offense well. Because the one thing I will say about Kevin Patullo yesterday, the one thing Brian Johnson never did was make halftime adjustments. All Kevin Patullo did yesterday was make halftime adjustments. They threw the football downfield, and then Saquon got going a little bit. He had a couple nice runs late in that game. But give the credit to where it's due. They can win. It doesn't matter anymore. They can win it by throwing it. They can win it by just running it. They can play great defense. It doesn't matter.
Do you want to hear a stat, Sam, for Jalen Hurts? In his career so far, he's had 10 fourth-quarter comebacks and 13 game-winning drives.
Really?
And you're telling me you can't trust him in big moments?
Really? Ain't that something? It's almost like you knew about this stuff since day one, Tyler.
I did. I was the only one who saw the vision back when Carson Wentz was still under center.
And you were right, and I was wrong. And I have completely admitted that since day one. Zolt said it, if you built a team to come back from 21 down, I think you missed the point of building a team.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, you don't want to have to come back from down 21 every game. This is worst case scenario.
Yeah.
And
but the Eagles,
if you watched every single snap of that game, it was worst case scenario.
had -1 passing yards in the first half. It was easily the worst first half of football we've ever watched. Yeah. But that's the other thing, though, when it comes to the Nick Sirianni era. They are rarely trailing by that many points ever.
Yep.
But it's nice to know if you need to do it, you can.
Exactly.
But do you really Jordan Davis, player of the game, we agree there defensively. You're saying Jalen Hurts. You know who my offensive player of the game is? Shout out to that big old man, Fred Johnson.
I like that pick. I like that.
Listen to this. Listen to this from yesterday. Here are the pass play snaps against the Rams yesterday. Lane Johnson, 4 snaps, 0 hurries, 0 hits, 0 sacks. Okay, well, Lane got hurt early. Matt Pryor, 8 snaps, 1 QB hurry, 2 sacks, 1 strip fumble. Fred Johnson, 25 snaps, 2 QB hurries, no hits, 0 sacks. As soon as Fred Johnson, here's another one. Eagles offense before Fred Johnson entered the game. They were averaging 1.2 yards per play and had 7 points. After Fred Johnson came in, they were averaging 6.6 yards per play and scored 20 points. Quote unquote, Fred Johnson literally saved the day.
Yeah. So the way I look at this, right, the Eagles don't struggle as much if Lane Johnson ever gets hurt. We don't see them struggle. It was them trying to figure out how to move the football with Matt Pryor at right tackle. I don't want to see him anywhere near right or left backup tackle.
Which after this Sunday you won't.
I hope not. Because it was atrocious. I've never seen somebody so sloppy as a backup.
That's got to be the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Oh my gosh.
He just said they're using ChatGPT to create new narratives, hoping it'll stick. Espo, I'll tell you right now, Colin Cowherd and Nick Wright definitely use ChatGPT for most of their show. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, my God. That's got to be the greatest thing I've ever seen.
How can I upset Eagles fans this week?
But no, and honestly, if you go back and watch the All-22 film, there was a few times where Big Fred put Jared Verse on his backside.
Yeah. And I don't know why. I think you said to me, oh, Matt Pryor was the guy who they had in camp.
Yeah.
Fred Johnson spent the whole year with you. He's been in this organization for how many years?
He was here for 3 straight years. What, because he didn't spend a summer here? He forgot Jeff Stoutland?
Yeah,
and how he rolled?
Jeff Stoutland. Newsflash, the system hasn't changed. Has not changed.
No. Matt Pryor could be your backup swing guard, but he ain't a swing tackle. That is Fred Johnson's job to a T.
Yeah. And they knew this because they traded for him to get him back.
Because of how bad Matt Pryor looked.
Exactly. So, if Lane never gets hurt, this is probably a blowout game. If they just put Fred Johnson in after he gets hurt, we probably have more than just the 7 points in the first quarter, in the first half.
Oh, yeah, because that's another thing the Eagles don't do. They don't win without Lane Johnson on the football field.
Oh, yeah.
And Espo said that he still remembers in 2022 that the narrative was Hurts was a bad leader because he was static, and now the media says the only redeeming quality he has because he can't throw. Look, Espo, they are going to come up with a narrative every week, and guess what? It doesn't matter. Jalen Hurts is on the if he isn't already, he is on the trajectory to be the greatest Eagles quarterback of all time. He's probably almost pretty much there.
I think he's already there.
I think you can make the argument, but it's not. I like to do it when it's all said and done, type of thing.
Yeah, of course. You always like to do it like that.
Because I still got love for 5. I still love 5.
But here's the thing: he
If I
didn't
didn't
win
get it
2
done when I
Super
needed
Bowls.
him, though.
True.
Yeah, he's been to 2, got you 1, won the MVP. Oh yeah, I'm not saying 5 is better than Hurts. I'm not saying that.
I know, but longevity wise, he so
Yeah,
far has a
longevity.
longer career.
Well, yeah, but Jalen's going to be
We'll
here for a
revisit
while
this
more.
in another 8 years.
I don't even need that. Give me like 3.
Just give me one more Super Bowl win, and he's already hands down.
Oh, then him and Nick are both easily better than.
Oh yeah.
They've outdone Andy and Donovan times 3. Not to mention they've owned a Super Bowl victory over Andy.
True.
Oh, Anthony, I'll get to that in a moment. Tyler, you have any other? We've been talking birds here for an hour, and with all these great comments from Carol, Espo, Anthony, Zolt, Aiden, Mike, all these great comments. Any other games you want to just sprinkle in here real fast from yesterday?
Let's see. Real quick, Indianapolis, shaping
They're
up
legit.
to be a contender in the AFC. Not just a good team, an actual contender. Cincinnati, good luck. You stink. So much for Jamar Chase.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, dear God. Here we go. That doesn't look like an Isaiah Rodgers jersey, Sam.
I told you. I warned you, and you didn't listen.
Let's see.
We're back, baby. We are back.
You know what? I'm just gonna for this week. I'm just gonna zip it.
We're
No
back,
comment.
baby. No, we're commenting all day. Because I told you. I made that little 4-minute soliloquy last week because I told you it would happen.
All right. You know what?
He's
Here's
gonna
where
fix
I
it.
can nitpick Carson Wentz. Right here you go. You want to hear this? How did he only have 173 passing yards when their offense was on the field for like 90% of the game?
Because I didn't have to throw the ball that much because they were up so much. But guess what? I'll still take the 14 for 20, 2 passing touchdowns.
All right. All right.
Wait till the
You got
Steelers
this
play
week,
them in
Sam.
Dublin. Gonna be a 400-yard game with 5 tutties on Sunday.
Who, for Aaron Rodgers?
Shit. Aaron Rodgers hasn't done that since Green Bay, bud.
Oh man.
Hold on real quickly. I will say this. I want to get to these 2 comments real quick from Espo. He said he's also tired of Quinyon getting DPI on these ticky-tack plays. Espo, that's the whole league now. They don't know what pass interference is.
Yeah. It's just whatever looks good to them.
Espo, just hold on a second because you're talking to 2 guys that love Cam Scadaboo's game. So I don't think he's going to be breaking no tackles from Cooper DeJean because Cooper DeJean can put Derrick Henry on his behind, which is hard for anybody to do.
Oh,
but this still hurts us a little bit because we loved Cam Scadaboo coming out of college. We loved watching him in the playoff, and it burns us that he's a Giant.
Sad to get drafted by the Giants. Man.
It's unfortunate. Man, maybe he'll be an Eagle in 4 years.
Oh, dear.
Anthony said, so as long as Joe Burrow's on the bench chasing Higgins because they don't get you nothing in fantasy. Yeah, good luck with Jake Browning, guys.
Anthony, I would say Higgins definitely is risky. Chase is very wishy-washy because he could still have a week where he gets the ball thrown to him so much where he just gets 10 catches. And even if he has like 80 yards with those 10 catches, I mean, that's 18 points. And if he gets a touchdown, you're over 20. So It's a very risky value. Obviously, there's probably more consistent options. I know that's my difficult thing right now is do I actually put Jamar Chase on the bench for another player? Because as long as Jake Browning can throw the ball in his direction, he can still get some numbers. The Vikings just
Yeah.
destroyed them, though. Speaking of a team that got destroyed, I wanted to get to this game. Are paging Atlanta? Is is there anyone home?
You feel like Captain Kirk.
Did they field any players yesterday?
That's a good
Was
question.
that a forfeit
You should.
game? 30 to
I,
0.
I don't know.
Are we okay?
I don't think we are.
Like I not to mention they could have had 6 points, but their new kicker number 1 after dropping Koo was 0 for 2, and they didn't see field goal range the rest of the game.
That's so spot on.
Yeah. Yep. They'll refuse to pay him because it's going to be too good. But man, a team that we were kind of high on. Atlanta played pretty solidly the first 2 weeks with getting the win and then the loss to Tampa by the field goal. That was I was willing to chalk that loss up to okay, you played a good team. But getting blown out by the Panthers, man, I'm rethinking everything.
Oh, I'm questioning a lot of my mental sanity over that game. Real quickly though, you did bring up the Colts when we started to jump back around the NFL.
Yeah.
Just real quickly, through 3 weeks, the Colts are averaging 34.3 points per game. That's second in the league. They're averaging 418 yards a game, also second in the league. They have 0 turnovers, which is one of 3 teams in the league. And they've only punted 1 time in 3 games.
That's crazy.
New York Giants just admitted finally, you are officially the problem.
Yeah,
because
honestly, what New York, the Giants need to do now,
question everything.
you got to fire Dable. I don't know how much longer you give him. Sam, think about it, right? People
I
tried to say, oh, he didn't have the right quarterback. Daniel Jones went down to Indianapolis and he looks like a star.
Daniel Jones also has the best offensive line he's had in the league. It's not Dable's
That's a
fault that they
big
can't draft.
key for the Giants. They don't focus on the old line, and
That's
it
not
makes their
Dable's fault.
quarterback struggle.
He doesn't draft.
He's got to tell him. He's got to be like, guys, I need you to put together a team that can actually win football games.
Okay, but it also wasn't Dable's fault that Will Hernandez and Evan Neal stink. Evan Neal's been a healthy scratch for the entire season.
Evan Neal is a big draft bust.
Evan Neal, you thought Danny Watkins in Philly was bad? Evan Neal is bad. They tried to move him to guard, and that didn't even work.
Yeah. But where I was going with the Giants, though, you got nothing to lose. Put Dart out there, see what you can do. At least make the fan base happy. Even though if he does bad after 2 weeks, they'll probably turn on him and call for Jameis.
Oh, stop it.
They would.
Espo said he wants Penix to be great so badly. Espo, I would love to see Penix be good, but oh man, that's a rough one yesterday.
Yeah.
Mikey, enjoy Monday Night Football, brother.
Enjoy. I got to get that up too. I saw Detroit's already up 7-0.
Yep. Jahmyr Gibbs, I believe, ran in for a touchdown.
Oh, of course, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Also, can we talk about the Bears yesterday?
The Bears have been quietly good. They went under my radar, specifically Caleb Williams.
Touchdown, Derrick Henry.
Oh, okay. Well, he's back. He's not facing the Browns this week.
He's already got more points this week than he did last week.
Oh, that's so sad.
That was a bad. But yeah, dude, I'll say it. I've been very critical of Caleb Williams. I still haven't thought he looked good through 2 weeks this year.
Well,
That was the
when you look at his week to week stats, he actually hasn't been the problem.
he's still there. Like I said, I compare him to a pitcher in baseball that is a thrower, not a pitcher. You can throw 103 all you want, but if you're walking the bases loaded every week, it doesn't matter how hard you throw. If you're throwing 104 down the middle and it's getting sent into the third deck, I don't care. That's the problem with Caleb. His mechanics and his touch on the ball are still a little bit of an issue. This week it was better. Now, granted, he was able to use his power arm because the Cowboys secondary sucks. And don't ever tell me, Cowboy fans, I am always fair to you guys. Even though I can't stand you, don't you ever tell me that Trayvon Diggs is a good corner ever again. That dude was getting burned by a Dunze and Luther Burden. Don't you ever tell me that he is a top corner in
And
the
they
league.
also made Russell Wilson look like he was ready to win a Super Bowl.
Look like the Super Bowl against the Broncos, Russell Wilson. Espo said, I'm not sure how the Giants owner can look at Saquon and Daniel and not and it pass space entire coaching staff and G. Yeah, and that's it. Like Joe Shane said, okay, we're not going to pay Saquon so we can afford to fix the offensive line. They haven't done anything.
No, they still didn't fix the O-line. Which, if you fixed the O-line and kept Saquon, you probably would have been in pretty good shape. Because then Daniel Jones would have even started playing better. Maybe.
There are two outside of Andrew Thomas. First of all, they have no right tackle. And their two interior signings, Greg Van Roten and John Runyon, were so good. When John Runyon left, the Packers' offensive line got better.
Yeah. Let's just say this. The Giants' offensive line is Andrew Thomas and nobody else.
Pretty much. Maybe Marcus Bow can be a player.
Maybe.
Anthony, he's got about one more week of Russell Wilson, and if that's not it, then that's it for Dable.
Yeah. I wouldn't even give him another week. Just put Dart out there now.
I mean, dude, they got the Chargers next week. They're oh boy, this may get worse.
Out there now.
You're gonna get him killed in the first week.
Got to learn somehow.
No. Oh, Espo, I'm not going there with you, buddy. I'm not going there with you. And somebody said this earlier. Someone said teams let Jahad Campbell slip to the Eagles. Other teams let Josh Simmons slip to the Chiefs. This is why these two teams are where they are. It is. The Eagles and Chiefs are ahead of the curve with everything.
Yep.
The Eagles knew that Jalen Carter had a little bit of an attitude problem and some off-field concerns when they drafted him 3 years ago out of Georgia. He's been one of the best defensive tackles in football. Yes, he still has some growing up to do, but he has been a difference maker on a team that won the Super Bowl last year. Jahad Campbell has been one of the best young linebackers through 3 weeks into the season, and Josh Simmons looks like he is going to be an elite left tackle. This is why the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Honestly, maybe if the Chiefs and the Giants could just get wide receiver and offensive line right, they'd be good. Even though, let's be real, when the Chiefs get Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy back, they will look a lot different.
They will.
They're going to be fine. I'm never going to be worried about the Chiefs, dude. It's the Chiefs. I will never count out Pat Mahomes. But no, let me just go back to the Bears real quick. I thought Caleb yesterday played the best game of his career.
He did. By far, it was the cleanest game he's played.
He got revenge on Matt Eberflus for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, here, clock manage this. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. And now Dak's going to be without CD for at least a month. Oh, good luck, Cowboys.
Yeah, they're done. One thing I always said, George Pickens, not a number one.
Oh. We're going to find that out. Do you got any other things you want to talk about from yesterday?
Another close game, Tampa Bay and the New York Jets. Remember the exciting blocked field goal that was also returned for a touchdown? Yeah, that put
Yeah.
them back on top. And then we saw the Baker Mayfield magic drive down the field. I think the ball went to Ibuka like every single pass. And they
He's the
won
only
the
one
game.
left.
We'll say Jets did pretty damn well of slowing down the run. I mean, Bucky Irving carried the ball 25 times and at 66 yards, 2.6 average. As a whole running back unit, they averaged 3.6 on the ground. They did not run the ball well. And I wouldn't even say that they really passed the ball all that well either. 233 passing yards. Not really the flashiest number, but they got it done. Took everything. Sterling Shepard,
Yeah.
4 for 80. I wonder if the Giants are kicking themselves over that one too.
I still forget Sterling Shepard's in the NFL. I will not lie.
I keep forgetting, and then I keep seeing him pop up every week in the box score with actual good stats.
That is true.
And now Mike Evans will be out again, seeking new hamstring.
All right, so Espo, it looks like he's probably going to miss the game against the Eagles because, I mean, a hamstring strain is really hard to come back from when you leave the game prior. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming he's probably going to be held out, but it does sound like there's a possibility that Chris Godwin will be back, which, oh, goody. So we'll have to monitor the injury reports throughout the week. Speaking of injuries, Tyler, crushing blow to the 49ers.
Yep.
Nick Bosa tore his ACL yesterday.
Yep. Promising 49ers team that's 3-0, and they lose their best rusher, second best overall defensive player. Fred Warner's still their main guy. He's the heartbeat
Without
of
a
the
doubt.
defense. But the impact that losing Nick Bosa has is immense.
Espo
Oh,
100%
please,
agree.
please,
Well,
Adore,
hold on.
take the week off. Heal.
Hold on. I have some news about that. Just real quickly. So Espo knows this. Lane Johnson was asked about his injury yesterday. He said he suffered a stinger. He believes he will be playing on Sunday. There is a good chance that the Eagles will be without Adore Jackson and Jacorian Bennett for Sunday. Apparently, they both. I know Jackson got hurt, but apparently Jacorian Bennett got hurt too. Where I have no idea. So it sounds like the Eagles will be going to Keely Ringo on Sunday.
Well, now's your time to shine, Keely. Because if you
I
don't,
hope he does.
just think about it, right? If we see anything of what we saw from Fangio this week, we'll probably see Quinyon try and match up as much as he can with Ibuka. Maybe if Godwin is back, if they actually do start him, maybe it'll be more of a 50-50.
Yeah, but like they're not going to go out there and run Godwin into the ground the first week back off a major leg injury.
Exactly. So, Keely Ringo, this is probably the best situation without Mike Evans on the field for you to try and prove your worth.
Agreed. And Anthony, they should have been evaluating the strength and conditioning guys for about 3 years now.
Yeah, the calf hurts. I feel like Trent's always hurt. He's always fighting through something. At least he plays through.
Purdy's been hurt a lot recently.
Yeah, Purdy too. Ayuk.
Do you think this is like end all be all for the Niners now? Do you think they can overcome this? Because I mean, Michael Williams.
In terms of how good the Rams are, This
Yeah, not look.
this this definitely weakens their chances of winning the division.
Oh, without a doubt. But can they like? There is no replacing a guy like Nick Bosa. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to say that, but you still got Fred Warner commanding that defense. Their interior guys that they drafted, Collins and West, have looked better. And I mean, Michael Williams has played pretty well. And I hate to say it, Bryce Huff's actually been playing pretty well for them too.
Wow. It's gonna be tough. But honestly, if there's one defensive coordinator I think you can find a way to make it work, it's Saleh.
I agree. I 100% agree. All right. Do we want to get around the NFL for week 4?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Now we'll get to our AP poll, and then we'll have our little trivia game before we call it a night.
What trivia game?
You're stuck doing it, buddy. And real quick, Espo said, stop beating around the bush and just kick Cooper outside. I get it. He's the best nickel in the game, but our linebackers are stellar in coverage, but we got to clamp down the sidelines. I don't disagree with this. The only problem is who takes over. Because now, guess what? Can't sign Mike Hilton. He went to the Colts today.
Yep.
If you're going to do it, you should have done it. This is, again, I'm going to say this till I'm blue in the face. This all could have been avoided if you just brought back Isaiah Rodgers. Or if you at least add a better competition than a Adoree freaking Jackson. Hell, Stephon Gilmore's out there. Can he really be much worse at that at this point?
I don't think so, because Gilmore was a solid contributor last year.
He was. Give him a shot. Give him a workout. See what happens. But all right, let's start off. This week on Thursday Night Football, Tyler, we have the Seahawks at the Cardinals. Seahawks are a -1.5 on the road.
I'm gonna say give me the Cardinals getting their first statement win of the year. The best team they played so far, they lost to by a point. I think they want to make a statement and leave their mark in the NFC West. Give me a home victory for the Cards.
Home teams so far undefeated on Thursday Night Football. Eagles week 1, Packers week 2, Bills last week. I'll go with the Cardinals. I'm not big on this Seahawks team. I know they're 2-1. I know they're playing decent football.
Well,
I'm still not.
Cool.
But then we also got to remember James Conner's out for the season too. So
good point. I think that might make them lean more on the passing game, which I don't think is a huge issue.
I mean, if Marvin Harrison forgets how to catch,
that's another conversation.
You know what? Screw, I'm going back. Give me the Seahawks. I don't trust anything about the Cardinals now after what we just talked about.
I'm sticking.
All right. Well, I'm switching. All right. So Tyler, we have four time slots on Sunday. We have the 1 o'clock games, the 4 games, the Sunday Night Football, but we have a 9:30 a.m. game.
We got Dublin. Is this the first time they're going to Ireland?
I believe so. Don't hold me to that, but yep.
I saw that. Give me.
Vikings are -2.5. Just so you know.
Which honestly, is it wrong that surprises me? I mean, you're out. Your starting quarterback's out, and your starting running back's out,
and you're still without your number 2 wide receiver.
You know what? I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. I get it. They're not technically the home team because playing in a different country.
Yeah. Well, somebody loses a home game because of this, which is stupid.
That is true. Pittsburgh probably because they're listed as the home team, so this probably counts as their home game. So that sucks for them. But honestly, I've liked so far what I've seen out of Pittsburgh. I still think they're putting it together, but they're getting better each week. Give me Pittsburgh in a close game. A Chris Boswell field goal win from 60
Let's spell.
yards for my fantasy.
Let's spell. I'm not sure about that.
I
Anthony, I don't know why.
I think those rivalry jerseys are they every Thursday? Every
And
Thursday game? I
I
think they
don't know.
are. Either I forget how they said they were rolling them out throughout the year.
But Anthony, I don't know why we have another Monday night doubleheader. At least this one's better. This is a 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock starts.
Oh, that's good. You don't gotta wait till 10.
Yeah, I won't fall asleep this time. Maybe.
It's good because if you don't like one game, you can watch the other. But I'll be honest, I don't think I want to watch either.
We'll get to them. So you're going with the Steelers, you said?
Yes, I'm rolling with the Steelers.
You already know.
How long are we going to do this before you put it away?
Till JJ McCarthy gets healthy.
Oh my gosh.
Give me the Vikings. Just because I want to piss off Tyler. All right, now we're going to start off our Sunday afternoon with Eagles at Bucks. Eagles are -3.5. I hate that line.
I hate it, but I'm confident. Let me say this. If I'm saying Lane Johnson is starting right now in this moment, Eagles are winning the game.
Okay. I don't know. I just feel like
No
the
Mike
Bucks are like
Evans.
the Bucks are the Eagles' house of horrors, man. Todd Bowles always finds a way to coach a good game plan.
Mike Evans usually always cooks the Eagles.
Mike Evans isn't on defense, Tyler.
That is true, but he does play a big part in putting up points and moving the ball.
This is such I don't want to pick against them, but the Bucks are such a house of horrors for the Eagles. Just for some reason, too. Yes, but I remember them doing that too. They may do it on Thursday. We'll have to wait and see what we're looking at. I don't know. I don't know who. I really don't. This is such. The line is weird. I don't know. The Bucks are good. The Eagles are good. Yeah, I'll say if Lane Johnson's playing, I'm more.
So I got some information real quick on the rivalry jerseys and how they work. It will be worn in a single home game against a division rival. So what were the teams we were talking about? Arizona, Seattle. Arizona's the home team. They'll be wearing the rival jerseys.
There you go. Oh, Carol, I'm just telling you now. Every Eagles game I watch in the ER in the waiting room at the emergency room now, just in case. Give me the Eagles. I think we're going to knock out this house of horrors crap with them. I'm getting sick and tired of them. All right. Next up, we've got Bills hosting the Saints. The Bills are -15.5. I'm not even going to tell you who I'm picking because it's obvious.
It's a party down in New Orleans because they're going to lose by only 3 points. No,
You're taking the
I
cover.
can't even believe that much. I can't even believe that much. Yeah, no, -15.5 point favorite.
Give me a break.
Yeah, give me Buffalo. They're probably going to win by 20.
Hey, you know what? Espo's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Hey, the Buccaneers are kind of like the learning moment team. You go in, you lose, figure out what you did wrong, build off of that, win a Super Bowl. There we go. I like it. Great.
Next up, Anthony, is that in the game or in the first two
Yeah,
possessions?
I was going to say only two. I'm looking at like
Yeah,
four.
unless he's not in long enough to get four.
Oh gosh, yeah, they might take him out. Keep him healthy.
All right, next up, we've got Texans hosting Tennessee. Texans are -6.5 at home.
Oh yeah. How are they -6.5 favorites and they're 0-3?
I don't know.
At least, never mind. Tennessee's 0-3 too. I thought Tennessee stole a win somewhere. Haven't been keeping much track of them.
I'm going with Tennessee. Houston's offense stinks.
Houston does stink. You know what? Let me get Cam Ward for his best game of his career so far.
All right.
The Titans.
Next up, Lions hosting the Browns at home. Lions are -7.5 at home.
Lions aren't the Packers. They're not going to choke against the Browns. Give me the
Nope,
Lions.
give me the Lions. Commanders at Atlanta. Washington -2.5 on the road.
So with or without Jaden Daniels, with how bad the Falcons looked yesterday, give me the Commanders.
Give me the Commanders. Yeah, I'm not playing this.
End in the
Espo, I
tie.
swear
Oh
to
my.
God, you better be back on the show next week. So if that
Jeez.
happens,
0-3-1. That's a great way to start.
oh my God, that's kind of the
I'll be
great.
honest, for the Texans' sake, that's worse than a loss. The tie is worse than a loss. They
Oh
were
yeah,
supposed to
absolutely.
be contenders to win their division this year.
Next up, Patriots hosting the Panthers. And the Patriots are at home -6.5. No, 5.5. My mistake. Sorry.
Oh man, New England is a solid team. I don't know what magic Carolina struck to blow out the Falcons and shut them out, but give me the Patriots getting their second win of the year.
I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
You're rolling with Bryce?
I'm rolling with them. Patriots haven't really shown me. I haven't seen them put it all together just yet. And I think I like the Panthers defense. I don't know what the health of Christian Gonzalez is still, so McMillan may have another big game. So we'll
Oh,
have
dude,
to wait and see.
England's been having a lot of good games.
Next up, Chargers at Giants. Chargers are -6.5.
Give me the Chargers. The Giants aren't
Okay,
going to
give me
have anything figured out this year.
Giants stink. All right. Now we are into our 4 o'clock games. First up, we've got Niners at home against Jacksonville. Niners are -3.5.
Uh, Jags are 2-1. They lost a close game to the Bengals. That was when Burrow left at what was it, halftime, and they still lost. Uh, the Jags have a tough stretch of games coming up here. They kind of need to get a win against the 49ers to stay in it.
I'm going to go with the Jags because I think the Niners are just so banged up.
I'm going to go. Uh, Give me the Niners. I think they're going to put up more points than the Jags. I think that's how they win. They outscore them.
All right. Interesting game here. Rams hosting the Colts. Rams are -3.5.
Oh, man.
Good luck.
You know what? I got to roll with the team that has only punted the ball once and hasn't turned it over at all this year.
We
I got to roll with them. The Rams are a great team. The Colts have showed me nothing but they're a great team right now. Until they prove me otherwise, 4-0. Indy's rolling through.
I don't see the Rams dropping 2 in a row, especially after what happened yesterday in Philly. I am going to take the Rams, but I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think this is going to be a shellacking of any sorts. Next, we got Bears at Vegas. Bears -1.5 on the road.
Vegas has been a disappointment for me, to say the least.
Yeah, maybe because the comeback player of the year went back to being the player that came back from sucking.
Yeah, Gino hasn't been the greatest, hasn't been the worst.
Just stop it. He stinks. Knock it off.
He doesn't stink. They
He
have
stinks.
not found a way to utilize Astringenti and get him comfortable in the run game.
It's because their offensive line stinks.
So we're gonna so Astringenti gets that excuse. Their offensive line stinks, but Geno Smith just gets the he stinks.
Geno Smith threw like 3 interceptions on 5 possessions last week.
He did, but he's currently has 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the year. That's about Geno Smith. He's in peak early season form. All right, let him cook. Yeah, the Raiders. I got no hope. Give me the.
They're not
Raiders.
a finished product. That's
They're
why.
not. They're not.
All right. Next up, big 425 game. Chiefs hosting the Ravens. Ravens are -2.5.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Chiefs just got their first win against the Giants. One of the teams had to win the game.
I'm going to go with the Ravens. Chiefs don't have enough firepower on either side of the football.
They don't. They really don't. And with all the chances they gave the Giants to come back and beat them in that game, the Giants just couldn't do it. Best believe Baltimore's taking advantage. They're going to run all over them. And Zay Flowers will probably end up having like 100 yards as well.
Wouldn't be surprised. And then on Sunday Night Football, we have the return of Micah. Packers at Dallas, Green Bay -6.5.
Man, tickets as low as $42. Sign me up.
Is that actually a serious price, or are you just kidding?
Actually serious. Cheapest tickets, $42.
Are we taking a trip to down to Dallas this weekend?
Hell no.
Give me the Packers. This game will not be close.
Yeah, Green Bay, a bad looking week against the Browns. I don't see them having that same fortune against the Cowboys. They're going to go get the W.
Yeah. No CeeDee Lamb either. Good luck.
Yeah, Dallas is going to stink now.
Then we got this crapshoot of a Monday night doubleheader. Dolphins hosting the Jets. Dolphins -2.5.
This is the battle of which station you flip off of more because you don't want to watch it.
At least Bo Nix is entertaining.
Well, let's see. I'll want to watch Miami to see how many points Tyreek Hill can get. I'll want to watch Cincinnati because I'll still roll with Jamar Chase and be hard-headed. And I'll watch every play hoping that he gets the football just to watch Jake Brown and get sacked.
You're aware that he's going against Pat Surtain, right?
Hey, man, that little 5-yard out routes, kill him.
Just give me 5, 6 of those, and we're going to tell you we're good.
Death by a million cuts. I'll take it. Yeah, I don't
Give
know
me
about that. Going up against Surtain with no Joe Burrow, Chase might go sit on the bench this week.
Anthony. I'm not surprised one bit.
Of course, that is petty. And for him to come out in those interviews and say there is no bad blood between us, this was best for both of us, where we left on great terms. Yeah, okay. No tribute video. Give me a break. He's the reason your defense looked good for so many years.
Yeah, go ask Trayvon Diggs yesterday. I'm going to go with the Dolphins in the first game because I thought they showed a lot more life against the Bills. I thought their offense moved the ball pretty well. I thought
They
they made
did.
some plays.
As long
So,
as Tua stays in the game, the
yeah.
Dolphins could win the game. But New York had a good showing against the Buccaneers, so I don't think it's going
Oh,
to be a too far apart score wise. That 2.5 point spread, I think that's pretty accurate.
hold on. Espo, why you got to be like this? Why do you have to do this?
Oh man, you think the Colts are only going to win 2 more games the rest of the year? Come
That
on,
make well, the way that division is, that may clinch the division.
it probably would too.
Yeah, well, Anthony, the Ravens are down their best defensive tackle tonight, and they're down Kyle Van Noy. Their front seven's a little banged up right now. All right, and then last game we've got Broncos minus 7.5 at home against Cincy. Give me the Broncos. I'm not even going to talk about it. The Bengals stink.
Yeah, give me Denver.
All right, let's go move on to our next segment. Let's move to the AP Top 25 real quickly because then I do have a little bit of a trivia game that I want to get through.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. Here we go. Bam. What do we think?
I like it. I like Miami jumping to 2. They, in my opinion, have looked better against better opponents so far.
Okay.
State.
Here's my gripe. The number one team was off this weekend too and didn't get moved. But I got moved.
That is true. But they're going to look at this as Ohio State still holds a win over what was the preseason number 1, Texas.
You're telling me Nevada wasn't favorites for the Natty this year? Are you kidding me?
The Lobos, is that what they are?
I don't even know. All I know is that Brock Purdy's brother's their quarterback.
Oh my. Yeah, I mean, I get your gripe of a team gets a bye week and then they get bumped back, but then another team gets a bye week but they don't get bumped back.
Just look at Espo's comment about the. Yeah.
This year is different.
Good Lord.
My. But I guess where you're coming from, yeah, if they shouldn't have dropped Penn State back. Penn State should have stayed at 2. Miami could have been at 3. It would have made more sense because based off of how you're looking at it, Ohio State should have probably got bumped to 2 since they had a bye week, and then Miami goes to 1. But I still don't feel right about Miami at 1. But overall, top 3, I like it as a whole.
Anthony, LSU so far has beaten Clemson, which when Clemson and them played week 1, Clemson was ranked number 4.
Yeah.
And LSU was only number 9. Then they beat Louisiana Tech. Then they beat the Gators when they were still ranked 2 weeks ago. And then they beat Southern Louisiana 56-10. And now they've actually LSU has got a very challenging rest. You want to hear the rest of the LSU schedule?
Yeah.
At Ole Miss, home against South Carolina, at Vanderbilt, home against Texas A&M, at Alabama, and then they have 2 home games in a row against Arkansas and Western Kentucky, and then they end the season at Oklahoma.
Wow.
We're going to find out how good this LSU team really is over the next 2 months.
They have a gauntlet.
Good luck.
Jeez. Oregon should be higher. Oregon should be at 5.
Oregon should be at 4. I think they've been better than LSU.
You think so?
LSU's
LSU,
offense has not played consistent all year. Oregon's has.
their offense was pretty consistent yesterday or Saturday.
Yeah, it was Southern Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, I get it. Whatever.
Oregon's been putting up 50 on everybody. Top 5 right now should be Ohio State, Miami, Penn State, Georgia, and then Oregon. Or flip it. I don't care. Oklahoma, I'm fine with them at 7. They should be probably right there. I have no idea how Indiana and Texas Tech did not get into the top 10.
The AP's still holding out hope that Texas can do something in the top 10.
Indiana's, remember last year, everyone kept saying that Indiana was just because of their strength of schedule why they were so good. They're looking pretty good this year.
Texas has 2 very big tests coming up here. They play the unranked Florida, but Florida still plays teams tough.
Oh, Lagway throws 3 picks.
Lagway's an interception machine, but they still play teams tough. And then they have Oklahoma, currently sitting at 7. We'll have to see if Oklahoma moves up at all before they play that game in 2 more weeks.
Oklahoma's another team that I think Oklahoma is honestly they should be a favorite for the national title.
They should. And then they go Kentucky, Mississippi State. Then they go Vanderbilt, currently 18th ranked Vanderbilt. Then they see Georgia, Arkansas, Texas A&M. These SEC schools, man, they got some tough schedules put together. Like LSU, Texas, I'm sure Georgia does as well. Like, man, they play.
Are you gonna look that up?
I am gonna try and look that up. Let's see.
I got Georgia's right here.
Georgia's.
All right, so Georgia as their okay. Oh my God. All right, so Georgia so far this year has played Marshall, Austin P. I swear that's made up.
Oh yeah.
You remember that high school that had that was a fake high school playing on ESPN? This is what half these college Austin P is. There's no way that's a real school. All right, so Georgia has Tyler. We have Penn State, Oregon, and Georgia, Bama this week.
Oh, wow.
Tyler, look who it is.
It's Jimmy.
Jimmy, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well, man.
Hope you're doing well. Go Tigers. The
All
Raiders
right, so
aren't looking too good, so you rolling with the Tigers.
Not the Tide?
Not the Tide.
All right.
Tide
Can I get
hold away?
Let me take the top 25 poll off of our, or should we keep it up?
No, we can leave it up.
All right, so Georgia goes Bama this week. Then they go against Kentucky, and Kentucky plays everybody tough.
Oh, yeah.
Then they go at Auburn. Then they play Ole Miss. That's 4 pretty tough games. And then their final month in November, they go at Florida, at Mississippi State, versus Texas, versus Charlotte, and then they end the year at Georgia Tech. Anthony, Penn State needs to win this game just to keep their playoff hope alive. Because
that's what he means. Because think about it, right? If Oregon loses, I agree with Anthony. I think Oregon can recover. I feel like if Penn State loses, Penn State's going to get dropped to like best case scenario 10. Worst case scenario, the teens, like the mid to lower teens.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Because they're going to look at who have they beat so far. They haven't beat any notable teams yet.
No.
This is their first test. But then let's see, Oregon's another one. They haven't played any notable teams yet either.
Yeah, but the difference is Oregon beats the brakes off of their opponents.
That is true.
They
That is
also
very true.
they also have a bunch of freshmen playing. They don't have a bunch of transfer guys. They're just developing their freshman young players. But I hope by the end of next week, Indiana or Texas Tech is in the top 10 because both those teams yesterday. Well, you saw Will Hammond do against for Texas Tech. Listen, this game was 13-10. Utah made it 13-10, and they scored touchdowns on their next 3 drives.
Yep. Do you agree with Auburn getting bounced, but Notre Dame gets to stay?
Wait a minute, Notre Dame. What the? Wait,
Notre
Notre
Dame
Dame
is
got.
1-2, I think, currently. They got their
Hold on.
first win.
They played Purdue.
Yeah.
They've lost 2 games this year to rank the. Oh, give me a
Yeah.
break.
Yet Auburn loses by a touchdown to Oklahoma, and they get bounced from 22.
This is because Notre Dame's an independent, and they'll start raving like, "Oh, they don't want us in the college football playoff because we're independent." Just shut
Win a
up.
few more
Join it.
games, get your record up a little bit, and then we'll talk. You can come back in, but at 1-2, no, that's a disgrace to be at 22.
Oh, Anthony, it's not. You may, you do. Oregon's quarterback is a stud.
But then, let's think about this, right? Another team, Illinois, that was number 9, gets the breaks, doors, whatever beat off of them.
The whole car got beat up.
The whole car got blown away.
It got thrown in the chop shop.
By what was the 19th ranked Indiana. And you mean to tell me that they're only dropped down to 23? They're still in the top 25? But Auburn loses by 7 and they're nowhere to be seen? There's a real problem.
Hold on. Can I just bring up the stat line for that game between Indiana? Listen to this. Fernando Mendoza was 21 of 23 for 267 yards and 5 touchdown passes in that game. He ripped Illinois' defense to shreds. I spell 100% agree. It's them Oregon quarterbacks, man. But no, this will be the true test. This will be the test for Penn State this week. This is why Jim Knowles was hired, because Tom Allen wasn't stopping that crap last year. Hey, Clemson, by the way, you remember how much you were happy you hired Tom Allen away from Penn State? We are happy too, by the way. Thank you. But yeah, Whiteout against Oregon. College game day is going to be in the house. We got the big SEC game between Bama and Georgia. It's going to be a heck of a weekend, baby.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, guys, before we get out of here tonight, it's only 9:15. So before we get out of here tonight, I came across a very fun little trivia game. And since Tyler loves trivia games so much, I'm going to put him through one before we end the show. No, Tyler, you got to come back on the camera. You can't just, okay. Yeah, here we go. Get back here. It's okay. It's not that bad. Honestly, Anthony, Maryland has played pretty well this year. I like their quarterback, Malik Washington. He's turned some heads.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Tyler. Are you ready to hear the trivia game that you must do for the fans for tonight? You need to tell me. I will give you hints on the season if you need it. You need to tell me when was each team's last 1,000-yard rusher.
What year? Or the running back that did it?
Oh, the running back. I'll give you the
Okay.
year as a hint.
All right.
So let's start off with the Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills. LaShawn McCoy.
No.
Damn. I don't think James Cook had 1,000-yard year. Did he last year?
He had
Or was he close?
1,006.
Oh, he just made it. I thought he was just a little shy of it.
All right. So, see, off to a good start. Next up, Tampa Bay.
Bucky Irving didn't have 1,000. He did? No,
He
he
had like
didn't.
1,100. Yes, he
Did
did.
he? Oh, shit. Damn.
Look, you're 2 for 2. You didn't even realize it.
Oh, no.
Next up, Cardinals.
I do not pay attention to James Conner enough. I don't. Nah, don't
3
tell
for
me
3.
he got it too.
Last year.
My honest guess was going to be David Johnson when he was there.
Would have been a very good guess. Next up, Colts.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yes, Jonathan Taylor. All right. Next up, Cowboys.
Cowboys. Pollard.
Hold on. No.
What?
Espo, I just found this on Twitter. I don't have any way to put it on the freaking screen, so it's basically just who was the last person to have 1,000 rushing yards for each team.
I'll close my chat in case if anyone puts any guesses or hints. So who did we leave off on? It was the Cowboys, right?
Yes, and it was not Tony Pollard.
Was it Pollard?
Here's where we
I
get you.
need the year.
It was last year.
It was last year? It was Dowdle?
Yes.
He ran for 1,000. Where? Where did he run for 1,000 yards?
He had like 1,016 yards last year, buddy.
What?
Gee, next up, Eagles.
Oh man. DeAndre Swift. Saquon
Correct.
Barkley.
Wrong. Saquon was a 2,000-yard rusher.
Oh,
I said 1,000.
shit, man.
I'm kidding.
Mr. Technicality, Mr. Semantic.
I was kidding. Next up, Falcons.
Falcons, Bijan.
Yes. Next up, Lions.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Correct. Packers.
Jacobs did have over 1,000 last year, yeah.
Yeah, he was like top 6 in rushing.
Yeah,
He was like top 5
I
in
think
rushing last
he
year.
was behind Saquon, wasn't he? Second? Or was that Henry? No, Henry was second. He was third.
All right. Next up, Panthers.
Panthers, Chuba Hubbard.
Good job. Rams.
Ooh. Cam Akers?
No.
Wait, no. Wait. Oh my gosh, I got my Rams players mixed up. Oh no.
Espo, what a name to throw out.
Oh, CJ2K. I love that.
He's not the answer for the Rams.
Oh, I know that.
Just so you know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I forget his name.
Kyron Williams, anybody?
Kyron Williams, dude, I forgot his name. He's not one of those running backs that sticks in my mind. But Cam Akers, who isn't even on the team anymore, sticks in my mind.
Yeah, come on. All right, Ravens, you already said Derrick Henry like 5 seconds ago, so forget that.
I would have guessed Lamar.
No, shut up. Steelers.
Najee Harris. The guy who you had to keep reminding me actually ran for 1,000 yards every year of his career because I couldn't believe it.
Prayers up for Najee, by the way. Tough injury.
Yeah, that was something we glossed over earlier. He's going to be out for the year.
Texans.
Oh boy. Not Mixon. He didn't do it last year. No way.
Yes, he did.
What was his numbers last year? He had to have
do
barely
I
gotten it.
do I have to do all the work on over here?
But you got the list together.
1,016 last year.
Wow, what that? If it's not over like 1,050, can we just like nullify it?
No,
I'm gonna say it was some bad spots throughout the
on
season.
500 carries a year. Next up, Titans.
Titans. Let's see. I feel like the answer is not Henry because
It's not.
I think last year Pollard probably ran for 1,000.
You are correct.
The only thing they had
Next
going
up,
for
Vikings.
Vikings last year with Aaron Jones.
Good job. All right. Next up, 49ers.
Well, I know who it wasn't. Was it Mason?
No.
No. Oh
Not
wait.
all these are
Oh
from
wait. So
not all of these are from last
yeah,
year.
last year they didn't have 1,000-yard rusher because they had like 5 different running backs. Oh.
Okay,
Um.
can I help you? No more guesses are from last season.
Gotcha.
All the
Well,
teams you
I
guessed
think
so
it's
far.
going to have to go back to McCaffrey
Yes, Christian McCaffrey did it back in 2023.
before his calf started hurting.
Bengals.
Joe Mixon.
Good job.
They haven't ran the football since then.
Dolphins.
Dolphins. Oh. Um. Not H-N. He's been hurt too much. Can't play a whole year.
Not only that, he
who was the other guy? Oh, damn it. Is it the guy that came from the 49ers?
maybe. I don't know. You
What
tell
was his
me.
name? No, not Elijah Mitchell. That's not the name I'm looking for. Who am I looking
Good guess
for?
though.
But what was it? The one who was from the Niners?
Yes, but
He was with them. Okay.
can you
I
see your
forget.
chat or no?
I can't. No.
Okay, good because Espo got it.
I can't remember his name.
All right, well I'll let Espo help you.
Oh, Raheem Mostert. Yeah. I just didn't know that. I knew the player. I didn't know the name.
Oh Jesus, Espo!
Jay Ajayi would have been a
what a
great
name!
Yes, that would have been great.
I love Jay Ajayi, dude. All right, next up, Jaguars.
Oh, I don't think Etienne's ran for 1,000 in his career.
You are correct.
What year? Not last year.
Right. Tyler, I can't keep. I'm going back and forth here, man.
Was it even the year before last year, or was it 2 years ago? How many years back are we going with Etienne?
Can you give me 2 freaking seconds to type his name in? It's 2023. He had 1,008.
Again, can we nullify it if it's under 1,050?
No.
In my eyes, that doesn't count.
Oh my! You're never getting this one. The Bears.
The Bears.
You're never getting this one.
Matt Forte.
No.
Oh.
Chat, he's
Herbert.
He's never getting this.
Herbert.
Who?
Herbert. Khalil Herbert?
Nope.
Is that his name?
Nope.
That was a good guess, though.
It was, but you're never going to get this.
Oh, David Montgomery.
No.
He didn't rush for 1,000 with the Bears? Or did someone just do it more recently than him?
Yes.
Who? Swift?
No.
I feel like I've guessed all their running backs in the last, 4 years.
Let me just make sure you're at spot on. Yeah, no, it wasn't Montgomery.
You're sure it wasn't
Espo, no, it wasn't Cedric Benson. Get out of here.
Ew, Cedric Benson.
Hey, respect. That's a good name, but it wasn't him.
Who have I missed? What year?
Hold on, I gotta miss. Yep, no, it wasn't Swift either. Okay, this was in 2000 and hold on, 2022.
2022.
If you when you give up, just let me know.
I thought Montgomery was on that team in
He
2020.
was.
He was?
No, wait, no, he wasn't. But oh god, I gotta stop laughing.
Um, I'm gonna have to
I
give
didn't
up.
even. You give up?
I named like all the notable running backs. I have no idea who else could have rushed for 1,000.
It was Justin Fields.
He did not. A
Yes, he
thousand
did.
yards?
Yes, he did.
He did not.
Justin Fields in
What?
2022. Hold on. He ran for 1,143 yards.
Wait, was that his rookie year or his second year when he was just like running for his life, winning them games?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh,
So it
that's
was,
sad.
I said that it was Justin. Oh, no, Espo, he was on the team. He just didn't lead the team in rushing.
Wow. I'm curious, what was Montgomery's rushing numbers that year? Did he have 1,000 actually?
Oh, God almighty. I am not answering any more questions after this.
Hey, you wanted the trivia game, buddy.
Montgomery only rushed for 801 yards that year.
Wow.
Espo said he was about to spam Justin.
I was never going to guess that.
Oh, I remember this game. Remember when we played the Bears? He wouldn't stop running.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we've got the Browns.
Oh my god. What? Chubb. Nick
Yes.
Chubb. Jeez, I almost blanked on his name. I can't forget Nick Chubb.
Giants.
Saquon.
Yes. Patriots.
Uh, Stevenson.
Yes. Raiders.
Josh Jacobs.
Yes.
Yeah, because I know it's not going to be Genty this year.
Seahawks.
Kenneth Walker.
Yes. Shout out Chris Carson.
Honestly.
Commanders.
Ooh. Commanders. Jaden Dames.
No. Good guess.
Wasn't Robinson.
God, no.
Man, we're going back some time. I might need a year for this one.
2021.
2021. Jeez, that's a long time ago. Wow. How many running backs have they been through since then?
Do you think that's long back? Wait till you figure out the last one.
Oh, 2021.
Espo, that's incorrect.
Is the running back that played for them, is he still active in the NFL?
Yes, he is. Good question. So no, it is not. It's not AP.
That's a good guess. I might have to give up on this one. What can you tell me what team he's with now?
He is currently on the Patriots.
Oh, that did not help at all. Currently on the Patriots?
Just tell me when you give up.
I give up.
Antonio Gibson.
I forgot Antonio Gibson was an NFL football player.
Well, he
And
got
that's
benched on
crazy
Sunday.
because like he's helped me in those bye weeks in fantasy football, having to pick him up for a little bit. I can't believe I forgot about him.
Okay, now you have 5 guesses left. All of these are before 2020.
Oh, this is rough.
Next up is the Broncos.
Broncos, Melvin Gordon.
No.
Damn. Um, I don't even know what other notable Broncos running backs there were since Melvin Gordon.
I'll let you make your decision. What do you want to do?
Oh no. Um, something with the last name Williams.
No.
I feel like that was a pretty solid guess.
It
I'm
is,
gonna have
but
to
no.
give up on that.
2019. Do you give up, or do you want me to, or do you want to try again?
2019. Yeah, I still don't know any Broncos running backs.
Philip Lindsay.
He actually. Oh, was that the only time he rushed for 1,000 yards in his career?
Yes.
Yeah, he fell off hard after that.
Espo, not correct, but what a guess. No Sean Marino.
Oh, Sean, man, the Broncos
Next
would be
up,
in a pretty dark place if that was their last 1,000-yard rusher.
well, hopefully RJ Harvey changes those things.
Hopefully,
Next up, Chargers.
Chargers, Austin Eckler,
No.
Melvin Gordon,
Yes. Chiefs.
Chiefs, Isaiah Pacheco.
No.
Wait, no, you said this was pre 2020, right? Pre
Yes.
2020. Oh, I'm gonna go Kareem Hunt.
Yes. Saints.
Saints. It wasn't Kamara because I don't think
Nope.
Kamara has Kamara even
Never
rushed for
has.
1,000 yards. Yeah, he hasn't because he's dual threat, a lot of passing yards, receiving yards.
Yep.
Oh, here's a name for you, Latavius Murray.
That is you're sick in the head. And no, you're wrong. You're sick in the head with that one.
Wait, why?
I expect the Espo to guess that, not you.
Oh man.
Espo, no, it is
good,
not.
man.
It is not Alvin Kamara. He has never had 1,000 yards rushing in a season. Now his all-purpose yards, yes, but these are just rushing yards.
I need a year.
2017.
2017. Jesus, no wonder why the Saints haven't won anything. Oh my
You can
god.
also you can make the case that this guy was kind of like to Kamara what Montgomery is to Gibbs.
Hmm. I feel like I'm gonna be like, I knew this once I give up.
Espo, you're incorrect. He said Adrian Peterson again.
What other teams did they play on?
He played for the Ravens.
For the Ravens.
That's probably his most other notable team. So, pretty sure it's the only other team he played with, actually.
Oh.
And the Lions just missed a 67-yard field goal.
Wow. That would have been some good fantasy points for whoever has him.
No, he missed it.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to give up on that one.
You give up?
Yeah.
All right, Espo. Thanks for getting it right.
Marky. Oh no. The shifty.
All right. All right. So the last one, I'm going to help you out even more because you're never getting this.
Want to bet?
Jets.
No help. No help.
It was the Jets, and the year was 2015.
Oh my. Um, did the person have a last name Henderson?
No.
Oh,
We're going to
the
be here for a minute.
Jets. The Jets. The Jets. Hmm. I feel like I should know this.
You probably shouldn't.
Did they ever run for 1,000 yards again in their career?
Let me say, oh my God, Espo, what a guess this is, but no.
LT.
Good guess, though. Hold on. I have to Google this one. This
Johnson.
guy's been
Did you ever play for the Jets?
not sure, but the answer that's incorrect. No, this was the only year this guy rushed for 1,000 yards.
Um. hmm. Oh no. What
Espo,
other
no,
teams?
Monty Ball is not correct. What's up, Tyler?
What other teams did he play for? Did I already ask
He
that?
played. He was drafted by the Saints, played with the
Drafted.
Jets, and then ended his career with the Bills.
Ricky Williams.
Ricky Williams was not playing in 2015, buddy.
I know. Uh, Frank Gore. No.
No.
Yeah. I'm not going to get this one.
Chris Ivory.
Chris Ivory. Chris Ivory. I remember him more of his time with the Colts.
Chris Ivory never played with the Colts.
He didn't? I could have swore he
Jeez.
played on the Colts.
2010 to 2012, he was with the Saints. 2013 to 2015 was with the Jets. 2016 to 2017, Jacksonville. And 2018, he was with Buffalo.
Who am I thinking of?
Frank Gore.
Like that. Maybe.
So, congratulations, Tyler. You actually did pretty well.
Yeah, nope, that game's banned from the show.
Why? That was a fun little trivia game. Espo was in on it with you. That was a very fun little show. This was a good show. 2 hours, 22 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, everyone, it's been fun. Another Victory Monday in the books. Yeah, Espo, at one point the Saints had Reggie Bush, Chris Ivory, Mark Ingram, and here's a name for you, Pierre Thomas.
Pierre Thomas.
Pierre Thomas could run. But everyone, Espo, I'll save that for another show. I promise. I'll bring that up next time. But Espo, first of all, since you're still in the comments, we want to thank you for commenting so much tonight. Hope to see you in the chat in the future. Absolutely love having new commenters and new fans entering our fan base. And Espo, as always, go Birds, baby. Hopefully we're talking another Victory Monday next week.
Oh, yeah.
Carol, have a great week. See you next week. Thank you for joining us as always. Want to thank Anthony, Mike, Aiden for joining us this week. Want to thank all you guys in the chat that came out. Kaylee and Orlando as well. Want to thank everybody for coming in the chat. And Espo, Pierre Thomas was a dog. But everyone, we're going to get up on out of here for the night. We hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. Hope you enjoyed our Eagles talk. Hope you enjoyed our Around the NFL picks. Hope you enjoyed our little trivia game. I know Tyler sure did. But we're going to get out of here, guys. Thank you all for joining us. Have a safe rest of your week, and we will see you guys next Monday. For Tyler Adams, I am Sam Nelson. Good night, everybody.